Imagine waking up to find out that your network's been compromised, millions of customers' data exposed, your reputation shattered overnight. This isn't science fiction. It's happened multiple times to some of the biggest companies in the world. Today, we're diving deep into two real-world cyber attacks, Target's 2013 breach and the Colonial Pipeline ransomware attack of 2021. We'll explore how these breaches happened, what the defenders did in response, and what impact they had on cybersecurity moving forward. Let's get into it. Let's start with one of the most infamous retail breaches in history, the 2013 Target data breach. It all began with a third-party vendor, an HVAC company named Fazio Mechanical Services. Attackers sent a phishing email to one of Fazio's employees who unknowingly gave up login credentials. Those credentials were for a vendor portal Target used to manage billing, contracts, and internal communication. Now here's where things escalate. Target had segmented systems, but the vendor portal had enough access for the attackers to move laterally. Using stolen credentials and a set of custom tools, they probed the internal network, looking for more valuable targets. Eventually, they hit Gold Target's POS system network, the point-of-sale machines located in physical stores. But here's the kicker. Target's own security tools detected the breach. Their FireEye systems raised red flags, and the data was forwarded to security teams in both the US and India. Unfortunately, the warnings were either missed or ignored. In total, the attackers stole data from over 40 million debit and credit cards and personal information from 70 million customers, including names, phone numbers, addresses, and emails. The breach was only discovered when a third-party banking fraud analyst noticed a spike in fraudulent activity tied to cards recently used at Target. That's right, external fraud detection noticed it before internal teams responded. The aftermath, catastrophic. Target paid out over $162 million in breach-related costs after insurance. The company's CIO and CEO both resigned. Stock prices dropped, and consumer trust took a massive hit, especially during the peak of the holiday season. The key lesson? Even a small vendor, one HVAC technician clicking a bad link, can open the door to a massive data breach. And having security tools in place doesn't matter if no one's watching the alerts. Now let's move to a more recent and deeply disruptive cyber attack, the 2021 Colonial Pipeline ransomware incident. Colonial Pipeline is a major player in U.S. infrastructure. It operates a 5,500-mile pipeline system that delivers nearly half of the fuel consumed on the east coast of the United States. Gasoline, diesel, jet fuel, all flowing through one company's systems. In May 2021, Colonial's operations came to a sudden halt. The attackers? A cyber-criminal group known as DarkSide, operating under the now familiar ransomware-as-a-service model. Essentially, they provide ransomware tools to affiliates who carry out attacks and split the ransom profits. The breach started with something incredibly basic, a compromised VPN password. That single account had remote access into Colonial systems, and multi-factor authentication wasn't enabled. With that foothold, the attackers gained access to Colonial's IT network. Once inside, they deployed their ransomware payload, encrypting data across numerous systems, including billing and internal communications. Interestingly, no operational technology, the systems controlling pipeline flow, was directly attacked. But because Colonial couldn't properly bill customers or monitor internal data flows, they proactively shut down operations. This was done as a containment measure, to prevent the attack from jumping into their industrial control systems. The result? Fuel panic across the East Coast. People rushed to gas stations. Airports began scrambling to source fuel from alternate providers. In just a few days, nearly 12,000 gas stations ran dry. It was the largest disruption of fuel supply in United States history, stemming from a cyber attack. Colonial ended up paying a $4.4 million ransom in Bitcoin to DarkSide, a decision that sparked fierce debate. Later, the FBI was able to recover roughly $2.3 million of that payment by tracing the crypto wallet used. The public backlash was swift. Politicians, cybersecurity experts, and infrastructure leaders began asking, how could this happen so easily? The truth is, Colonial had been warned. A 2018 audit flagged serious cybersecurity vulnerabilities, including lack of segmentation between corporate and operational systems. The company had delayed upgrades and had no dedicated Chief Information Security Officer or CISO at the time of the attack. The impact went far beyond Colonial. The United States government responded by issuing a string of emergency cybersecurity directives for pipeline operators. President Biden signed an executive order aimed at strengthening national cybersecurity, including improved incident reporting, multi-factor authentication mandates, and zero-trust architectures for federal agencies. This breach proved just how fragile critical infrastructure can be, even when the attackers target business systems, not industrial controls. The lesson? Cyber hygiene isn't optional. A single exposed password without multi-factor authentication can spiral into a national crisis. And when your organization supports millions of people, resilience is just as important as security. So what did these two attacks teach us? First, third-party risk is real. If your vendors aren't secure, neither are you. Second, detection is useless without action. Both Target and Colonial had the tools to spot the breach, but the response was too slow. And finally, small security gaps can have massive consequences. A missed alert, a single unprotected account, that's all it takes. Cybersecurity isn't just about firewalls and passwords, it's about awareness. It's about response. It's about learning from the past. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Which breach should we analyze next? Until next time, stay safe, stay smart, and stay one step ahead.